If you feel a target on your back when things go wrong at work, then you are feeling the ghost of a 3,000-year-old ritual. This is not a new corporate strategy. It is an ancient survival mechanism. Imagine a desert tribe. The harvest failed, sickness spreads, the people are afraid. The priest takes 2 goats. One is sacrificed to an unseen god. The other is brought before the crowd. The high priest lays his hands upon its head. He confesses the sins of the entire community onto this one animal. This is the scapegoat. It carries the collective guilt. It is then driven out by a designated fit man into the wilderness, never to return. The crowd feels a rush of relief, a sense of unity. They have been cleansed. Their problems have been expelled, embodied in that one creature. This ritual, described in the book of Leviticus, is the blueprint. It is the software for blame that still runs in the background of our modern lives. The office is just the new desert. The failing project is the new plague, and the crowd is still a crowd. This was not just a story, it was a physical reality. In ancient Greece, during times of famine or plague, cities would perform a ritual called the pharmakos. They would select a person, often a criminal, a foreigner, or someone poor, an outsider. This person was beaten and driven from the city walls. The crowd would chant, believing they were purging the community of its spiritual pollution. This was crowd hysteria, engineered to restore social order. The proof is not just in texts, it is in the earth. According to archaeological evidence from 6th century BCE Lebanon, researchers have unearthed actual goat skeletons with sins inscribed on them. These animals were physically burdened with written transgressions and then driven off cliffs. This is the critical fact. The ritual required a body, a vessel to absorb the fear and failure of the group. It is a brutal, efficient technology for displacing collective anxiety. The group survives. The sacrifice is forgotten. The underlying problems remain unsolved, waiting for the next crisis and the next victim. Now, look at your workplace. When a project is failing, when deadlines are impossible, when technical debt that everyone ignored finally crashes the system, the organization is under threat. The tribe is starving. The ancient software activates. This is what French philosopher René Girard called the mimetic crisis. Rivalry and tension build until the group unconsciously selects a vulnerable mannequin to absorb all blame. A leader, acting as the modern fit man, creates a narrative of outrage. They point a finger. They create urgency around your perceived failures. Suddenly, minor mistakes are treated as unforgivable sins. You are excluded from meetings, from alliances. You are the subject of gossip. Information is withheld. Your best traits are filtered out. Your worst are magnified. They are not fixing the systemic rot. They are performing a ritual. They are casting you out into the wilderness to restore a false sense of peace. You have been chosen to carry the sins of mismanagement, poor planning, and collective cowardice. Recognizing this pattern is your shield. This is not a failure of your willpower or your competence. It is a biological, systemic response from a group under extreme stress. Your nervous system is screaming that you are being hunted, because you are. The group is trying to survive, and you are the designated cost. Do not internalize their narrative. Instead, become an observer, a strategist. Detach and look for the evidence. There are 4 distinct flags that the ritual has begun. Unfair blame projection. A major system fails, and suddenly your minor contribution is presented as the root cause. Your credit is stolen for successes, while you inherit all failures. Sudden social ostracism. You are left out of key communications. Alliances you thought were solid evaporate overnight. You are professionally isolated. Exaggerated reactions. A small typo in an email is treated like a catastrophic breach of protocol. Your every move is scrutinized under a microscope, waiting for a mistake. A leader-driven narrative. A specific manager or influential peer begins to build a case against you, creating a story of your incompetence that serves to hide their own. Once you confirm the pattern, you do not fight the ritual, you escape it. Fighting the mob only validates your role as the source of conflict. Your strategy now is not to win, but to survive and exit on your own terms. This requires cold, calculated action. First, document everything. Create a private log of every instance of blame, exclusion, and unfair criticism. Save emails. Record dates, times, and witnesses. This is not for a lawsuit. It is for your sanity. It is your proof that the narrative is false. Second, shift your energy outward. The tribe has rejected you. Do not beg for re-entry. Reconnect with your network outside the company. Take calls. Go to lunch. Fortify the alliances that matter. Third, become a ghost. Do your job perfectly. Be professional, but emotionally disengaged. Give them no ammunition. Your compliance makes their aggression look unhinged. Finally, activate your exit plan. Update your resume. Engage recruiters. You are not quitting. You are executing a strategic withdrawal from a decaying system. Research shows this pattern is involved in up to 30% of all workplace bullying cases. You are not alone in this. The urge to find a scapegoat is a feature, not a bug, of human group psychology. It is a primal response to fear. It offers a simple answer to a complex problem and provides a target for collective rage. It feels good for the group. It restores a temporary, fragile order, but it is built on a lie, and it signals that the organization itself is rotting from the inside. Your value is not determined by a sick system's need for a sacrifice. Your job is to recognize the ritual for what it is. An ancient, desperate act performed by a fearful crowd. You are not the cause of their failure. You are simply the one they chose to carry it. Do not carry it for them. See the pattern. Execute the plan. Walk away. Let them find another goat for the wilderness. Your path is forward. Now.